How is everyone doing? It is September 1st of 2022. I wasn't quite sure about doing a video on this tomato this year because this is about the 6th year we've grown it successfully from our own seeds out of the yard. And it's just, I don't know how many times we can review the same one, but I just wanted to do maybe the quickest tomato tester video we had. This is the black cherry tomato. It is an heirloom, indeterminate, and our hands down very, very favorite cherry tomato. I always try to grow a few kinds of cherry snack tomatoes in the yard, and in my head I'm always trying to look for one that can beat this one out, and so far haven't done it since we've tried the black cherry tomato a while ago. Angel absolutely insists that it's in the yard every single year. I know we got it paged over here. The actual plant's right here. And it waves all the way out. It actually clears the neighbor's yard fence over here. Let me see how many I can grab. We come out here probably every 3 or 4 days and can get probably 10 tomatoes. None of them out of a several dozen or a couple dozen that we've at least gotten off this plant, not a single one has made it into the house this year. So this one we have enough on here we're going to bring in and kind of save seeds for. But this is the black cherry tomato. Let's see what I got here. There's a nice one there. Here. Yeah, a couple of these have been on a little bit too long. They're starting to split. We don't get a lot of splitting in them. If you do leave them on the vine a little too long or have watering issues, they will split. It's nice to grow tomatoes out in the yard, especially one that's almost too productive. From what I've seen online and stuff, a lot of my friends and stuff that have grown the black cherry tomato, we're always excited to see when somebody tries it the first time because they usually get that spark that makes it their favorite. But I've seen lots of people grow it. I'd say that this is probably a contender out of all the tomato types to be the one that would be most likely probably behind the yellow pear to produce what do they call volunteer plants in the yard. So that one's not going to make it back. Couple in here. Couple in here. So this is the black cherry tomato. An excellent type, really rich flavor. We've had a lot of these this year. One of the coolest things for me to do with the black cherry tomato, here you go, is to give them to Angel. She absolutely loves it as a yard snack. She's eaten probably 90% of the horde of ones we got. A lot here, a lot here, a lot there, a lot there, a lot there. So if you're trying to grow a cherry tomato or you're looking for one that's good in the yard and you haven't had this one yet, this would be my highest recommend for a cherry tomato to try. Let me go ahead and eat one right here. I'm going to take these in and cut these open this time on this tomato. We've done quite a few, but I do want to show the strength and production on this plant. There's a horde of them in there, a horde more over here. Ooh, that one was a little under, it was sour. Still really rich flavor. Can't say enough about this tomato. If I want to brighten Angel's day, all I need to do is get me some of these and, you know what I mean, meet her at the door. I can never make it into the house with them, but she usually meets me at the door. But 2 or 3 days from now, we'll be grabbing another handful of these. Eating straight out of the yard's good. Sometimes snack tomatoes, I can't eat a lot of these out of the yard. They're really rich. The flavor's really good, but as far as like a milder snack, they're really hard to eat a horde of. Angel doesn't have too much of a problem with them, but a really beautiful tomato, heirloom. I mean, this plant, doesn't matter where we've put it in the yard, it's always shown up and been productive for 5 or 6 years at least in a row in our yard. And
It seems like it gets more and more productive every year because we save our own seeds.
Yeah, these seeds are multiple generation relayed from our own saves. It's really viney. The reason I shouldn't have put maybe 2 plants here this year, but I kind of had it out at the very end so that we could kind of trellis out this way. The plant goes way out. So just wanted to try to do a quick little tomato tester video. Shout out the black cherry tomato. Like I was saying, I love watching videos of people give this a try that haven't yet because their eyes usually light up. It is really a rich flavor if you can't handle acidity. It just kind of comes with the pop of a cherry tomato a lot of times.
With like a wine flavor, wine after flavor sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit of a wine after flavor on it sometimes, but September 1st of 2022, the black cherry, and we'll take these inside and save seeds off of them. Good little salad tomato, and it would actually hold its own. You would have to have a lot of them to do a good sauce, and for us to do a good sauce, we usually like to peel the skins too, which can kind of be an issue. But we love you guys, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. All right, so me and Angel already probably had 4 or 5 of these, maybe 5 or 6, not really counting, but that right there, this plant produces so much for us without fault, even if we kind of make this plant one that kind of goes through the roughest spot or gets put in the roughest spot to grow. But the black cherry tomato, holy smokes, every year produces that. In about 2 or 3 days, I go out there and I can grab this handful again. And this is enough that I can't hold it all in my hand. So there's about 15 to 20 tomatoes we can pull off there every few days, and it's just been like that pretty close to all through last month, which is August. Pretty much all through August we've been able to get these off of here every few days. Like I was saying, none of them made it into the yard. There are probably a couple that are a little underdone on this grab, but I'd say it's you really can't go wrong if you can get a plant in your yard that, you know what I mean, just takes off and grows. Like I was saying, this is probably only second place to the yellow pear tomato as far as anything that I've seen online or watching anybody else grow that is what do you call it, volunteer plants. We've seen this one, you know what I mean, come up out of the rocks from an old tomato that might have fallen off the plant like the year before, wintered all the way through, sitting on rocks, and then bursting with little seedlings coming out of the rocks and the tomato shell come next growing season. So, and I've seen lots of other people have this as a volunteer. So it's one that spreads really quickly, produces a ton of tomatoes, and you might see show up in your yard for several years, maybe even have trouble getting rid of. But the flavor is excellent. Like I was saying, everybody I've seen really enjoys this tomato. So just what kind of wanted to show you the horde of black cherry tomatoes we were going through this year. It's got a really smoky, deep, rich flavor on them. Absolutely love them. I keep on trying to compare other cherry style tomatoes, and there's some that run close on flavor, but they just, when you have them side by side, it's, you know what I mean, this one just so dominant of a flavor. I would compare it to almost a little bit like a puckery, potent Cherokee purple. This is the Cherokee to Cherokee purple tomatoes. If you want to try to get one as close to a small one as you can, I would have to say excellent tomato. The only one that I think that I've tried that not in a good situation that might come close to this one in flavor is a completely different flavored tomato called the Sun Gold. My problem with the Sun Gold tomato is that it is a hybrid. So when you get seeds and you grow that plant, the seeds that you get from that probably won't be the Sun Gold next time you grow it. It'll start veering off really quick. This being an heirloom, the seeds are definitely established. You grow from the seeds of this and you're going to get the same plant unless you get some sort of cross pollinating or something. So we always want to save the seeds from the best ones and stuff. We pulled even several out of here that we're splitting, and then we also had several of them. And 3 days from now, I can go out there and get this many again. So really just powerhouse, highest recommended. We try not to recommend too much. We don't. Sometimes I feel self-conscious doing these videos because we're not professionals, and I feel like I just want to be able to really sit down and give it a good look and do the best that I can to kind of describe what we're seeing from our limited view. But this one right here, I haven't seen anybody try it that hasn't liked it. If you like cherry tomatoes at all, some people don't grow cherry tomatoes at all because they want just larger style tomatoes for different uses and reasons. Other than a yard snack, this one would be good to cut into halves and toss into salads and things like that, or maybe toss with other tomatoes into a food processor. Maybe a mild tomato, maybe a mild paste tomato like the Banana Toes, or the Roma would be a decent one. The San Marzano would be a decent one. The Amish paste would be a decent one. You get a paste tomato like that, toss a bunch of these in with it, and run it through the food processor, and your entire like sauce or salsa or whatever that you were mixing with would have pretty much this flavor would dominate out of it. But excellent tomato, one of our favorites. I was saying that this is gonna be one of our shorter ones, but it looks like not. But love you guys. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.